Testing, testing, test. In life, we are tasked with so many demanding obligations. We must go to work, make errand runs, go to school, think about the future. The list goes on. In fact, the demands of life are not only time consuming, but with each day passing by, life is also getting more expensive. For those who are looking for ways to reduce month to month expenses, or even be happier with how you feel physically and mentally every day, then my speech is directed towards you. Believe it or not, the way you cook and what you eat plays a rather larger role in your life than you think. Trying to cook at home, there are some things that need to be considered. Within this speech, I will be talking about 3 of those that I find most helpful. Number 1 is a change of mindset when shopping and when eating. Number 2, having confidence. And number 3, eating healthy types of food. When all 3 of these aspects are working together, it will result in a happier, healthier life. First, let's talk about having a change of mind. In this sense, we're going to be talking about being a chef or a customer. Traits of a chef that I found from a food blog. Talking about their traits, it says, a good cook can make something out of nothing, has no fear, or at least is able to set fear aside, but also knows his or her limits, is curious with a tendency towards experimentation, is patient, has respect for the freshest and best ingredients that his or her budget allows, and keeps an adequate supply of these ingredients on hand in the pantry, fridge, and freezer in order to make very delicious, comforting, seasonally appropriate food. It has an encyclopedic knowledge of what's in his or her kitchen at any time. They're also willing to try again. They learn from their mistakes. They have a healthy appetite. They waste as little as possible. They embrace the mundane. They enjoy chopping carrots, boiling water, washing dishes, or even embraces the time that it takes to make the food, even though it can be extraneous sometimes. On the other hand, traits of a customer, or people who tend to eat out more or spend more money, from the Ultimate Food Survey, they were able to determine that 30% of people who get takeout or eat at restaurants are adventurous eaters, while about 20% are emotional eaters, and about 5% eat out more due to peer pressure. Now, when it comes to the two, there are 2 different shopping styles. Customers tend to buy things they don't need. They buy out of want. Meanwhile, chefs or savers tend to dislike spending money without thoroughly thinking it through. In an article talking about the differences between the 2 types of savers and spenders, or in my case, chefs and customers, they share some insights saying, most spenders will cringe hearing the word budget. However, savers are typically okay with using a budget or spending plan, whether they are still income earners or retirees, which have a good idea of their spending and where their money goes and how much the next project or goal is going to cost. They take a lot of pride in having a budget or plan. The number 1 thing that I think of that will help budget or help when spending or finding things that are cheaper, especially when it comes to buying food, is buying in bulk. Number 1, it's cheaper. If you look at the price per unit, you want to make sure that you're getting the best quote when you're buying the item in bulk, because it varies if you're buying 50 rather than just 1. Buying items with a longer shelf life, if you're buying in bulk, then it will be able to stay in your pantry or stay on your shelf for longer periods of time, meaning that you won't have to go to the store as often. In the same article, Tiffany Curtis wrote, buying essential household items in large quantities can save money and time with lower per unit costs and fewer trips to the store. Focus on staple items that won't expire quickly. Next, let's talk about the necessity for confidence. There's a saying that goes, if you think you can't, you can't. Confidence is the most powerful um, tools humans possess. It is the superpower that allows you to move mountains. There are two essential factors to consider here. First, without self confidence, you will not be able to grow or achieve new milestones. Second, confidence is the unique ability that gives you the power to influence people, to believe anything you say, and to do things that you want. And this was found on an article talking about the power of confidence. Um, Following confidence, you need to have the confidence that you're going to be able to cook. Because without that confidence to cook, you will not be able to cook. But once you get there, you want to start thinking about things that are healthier, that are easy and healthier. However, there are some dilemmas when it comes to buying healthier foods. Um, because it's healthier, fresher, organic, it will tend to be more expensive because it's homegrown or it was um, imported to wherever you are. Um, when it comes to choosing your fruits or vegetables, usually when there's a variety of colors, they tend to be healthier. In a article talking about the health statistics of fruits and vegetables and their different colors, it says fruits and vegetables get their coloration from phytochemicals, natural bioactive compounds, which, in addition to giving many fruits and vegetables their eye catching hues, also promotes good health. In fact, the most vibrantly colored fruits and vegetables are the richest in vitamins, minerals, fibers, and antioxidants. When you're finally able to start cooking healthier, then you have a tendency to be happier. You will feel better about what you're doing. I mean, in a doctor's article, it says when you stick to a diet of nutrient rich foods, you're setting yourself up for fewer mood swings and improved ability to focus. Now, studies have found that clean diets consist of many whole, unprocessed foods can help with symptoms of depression and anxiety, whereas unhealthy diets have been linked um, to an increased risk of dementia or stroke. In conclusion, we can see that when it comes to food, we can either choose the easy way or the longer way. Getting takeout is obviously the easier way, but sometimes it's more expensive. Cooking at home brings more than just a meal. It brings that same sense of warmth that you once had as a child, especially as you cook those types of food that you enjoyed growing up. What I hope that you have learned from this speech is that it takes confidence to be a chef, to cook your own food. If you do not think you can cook, then you won't. It is as simple as that. For those who want to try an easy recipe, then I will leave you with one of my favorites. It's just as easy as um, spam and eggs over rice. Just pan fry the spam and the eggs, then enjoy over some nice steamed rice of your choice. It is simple, but it tastes amazing. However, when it comes down to you, however, it comes down to you. Choose today to be a saver, a chef, or a spender, a customer. Thank you.